821 and Power 1017, the hottest music. Good morning, everybody. It's a Bill and Jessica show.
Hello, good morning. Mostly sunny today and cooler, highs in the mid 40s.
All right, so coming up, we have a 47 ABC update. We also have Jessica's Celebrity Buzz. We have not talked to him in a little bit, but very, very excited to have our good friend, Mayor Rick Meehan from Ocean City, back on the hotline.
Yes.
Mayor Rick Meehan, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Phil.
Hi.
Good morning, Jessica. Yeah, I called in at the right time today.
Hey, don't even worry about it. It's all good. I just blame me. It was all my fault. It was all my fault.
Yeah. But it's good to hear you guys.
Yeah. So how's everything? How's the family? How was the holidays? We haven't talked to you in that long. So what's going on in your world?
It does seem like that. Everybody's good. It's February in Ocean City. We're all kind of gearing up, I guess, all ready for what's going to be happening this spring. Family's good, and just like you with the kids, and traveling a lot of places with Brantley, my grandson, for soccer, and watching Everly play up at Northside Park, and doing all the things that are we're really privileged to be able to do here in this beautiful area that we all live.
Yeah, no, absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Yeah, already February. How did MLK Dreamfest come off in Ocean City? I heard it was a big success.
I'll tell you, Dreamfest weekend was terrific, and the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, of course, sponsored by the Ocean City Chamber of Commerce and the town of Ocean City, was fabulous. We did it on Friday morning. Had the Maryland State Choir there, Morgan State Choir. They were absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop when they sang, and the speaker, Greg Gatson, his story was fabulous. Honestly, it was held at the convention center for the first time, upstairs in the ballroom. The setup was beautiful. Everything was great. It was a great way to kick off Dreamfest weekend, and to bring back the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, which really had been on hold, for a number of years since COVID. So it was great. I think that will even grow more and more, and we hope to have the Morgan State Choir back again next year, because honestly, guys, they were just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I heard it was a great success, and glad it worked out. And speaking of the Ocean City Convention Center, there's a lot of stuff going on at that Ocean City Performing Arts Center. I've been seeing, all the events. I see you got Wheel of Fortune live coming up. You've had some comedians and stuff out there. You got The Price is Right live coming up. I mean, so much stuff going on there. That's been huge for Ocean City too.
It has, and they've really, Tom Palazzo and his staff, Larry Nacolino at the convention center, they've been, consistently, booking some great acts there. Everybody's discovered the Performing Arts Center now. I mean, some big crowds. We were there for the Cher tribute that was done in December, which was terrific. I mean, that was great. Some of these tribute acts are just, band stuff are just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that was to a full house. They've had some great comedians up there. The Wheel of Fortune. I know Katie can't wait. The Wheel of Fortune here. That I believe is close to being sold out. If not sold out, then no, I think it's The Price is Right. One of them's close to being sold out. The other one's really, starting to gain a lot of traction. So, it's a great way to spend an evening. Is to go to the Performing Arts Center. It's close. You're not driving to Baltimore, Philadelphia, somewhere else. It's right here. Go out and have dinner before or after. It's a great way to be able to really enjoy the arts right here in Ocean City.
Yeah, no, absolutely. For all the details on all that, all the events going on, you can go to ococean.com. Well, it is February the 6th, so, we're talking about events and things going on in town. The next big thing that we all look forward to.
It'll be here soon.
Is one of our faves, Mayor, and that would be St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yep.
St. Patrick's Day weekend. It's hard to believe, but the parade will take place on Saturday, March 16th. So it's always the Saturday before the day itself. And, of course, then St. Patrick's Day is actually Sunday. So what a big weekend, this is going to be in Ocean City. And, we've got you lined up with Melanie to be the MCs of the parade. And,
can't wait.
Mike Bradley there to be the master of ceremonies out on the Coastal Highway as the parade passes by, and Brad Hoffman will be out there directing the parade. We've got all the volunteers in. Buckman will be, putting that parade together like he has done for the last 45 plus years, and it's become and is the biggest weekend of the year between Labor Day and Memorial Day. And to have that kind of crowd here in March is fantastic. We're excited, and keep your fingers crossed for weather. It's always a little bit of a anxiety about the weather, but we're excited that the parade's going to go on, and it's just a great event for the town.
Yeah, and they were even like trying to tease us with the little sprinkles last year, trying to get us, but we still went through with it. Everything went off well last year. That
it did. It was windy. It was going to be windy. It was going to be this, but we were bound and determined to get that parade in. And it's great because just the weekend before the parade, is the Ocean City Film Festival.
Okay.
And that's another great weekend in Ocean City. Of course, that's put on by the Art League. And, that's become a really big event, and it's grown through different venues throughout town and throughout the whole area. So that really, having that the weekend before, things are really, really starting to build up in March. And the Art League is having John Waters will be back again this year. And that, if you didn't see John before in a smaller venue, this year he'll be at the Performing Arts Center and doing something a little bit different in relationship to, of course, his one of his big productions, which was Hairspray.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be right on the stage at the Performing Arts Center. That's going to be a fantastic evening. John is a very interesting guy, and his talent is certainly very, very much appreciated. With what he has been able to do, and Hairspray, but to being first started in Baltimore, is where he started and did all of his films, and to become the big hit, on Broadway, the film and everything. So he'll be here for that. So, we're getting ready, guys. It's getting ready to kick off.
Yeah. No, well, the St. Patty's Day weekend is like the kickoff, for the upcoming season.
Yep.
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, and I'll be out there hosting. As you watch the St. Patty's Day online, and it'll be streaming and all that. Some sad news that we learned over the past week or two. The passing of a legend in Ocean City, Dean Langrel. We've all, known and loved Dean over the years. He, like I just said, OC legend. I know you had a few words, Mayor Rick, about Dean. Just incredible, what he's done over the years for the town, and, just sad. It was sad over the past couple weeks.
It was, and Bill, you've said exactly what everybody else has said. Dean was a terrific guy. He was a dear friend of mine, and Dean was actually the voice of the St. Patrick's Day Parade for 19 years.
Yeah.
You stepped in for Dean, and when you no longer could do it, and Dean, had a long history in Ocean City. First working for Comcast after he left his family business in Salisbury, which was Langle's Furniture. Then came over, was with Comcast for years. He really was the one who helped us put together the whole format for videotaping the parade, and then later live streaming it and getting sponsors to participate. Dean alone is responsible really for the Marva Irish American Club raising hundreds of thousands of dollars, or portions of it that then went on to be given to high school graduates for college scholarships. So Dean played a great role in our community. He was one of a kind. He didn't get the nickname Dean the Dream for nothing. And he was a lot of fun, but he was also a very caring, emotional guy. He could be the life of the party, but he could also be your best friend, and he was sometimes a friend that you needed. So we're all going to miss Dean a lot. Had the real honor of being able to see Dean quite a bit over the last couple months. A group of us, a few of us from a group would all go to see Dean before we got together on Wednesdays. Dean used to have lunch with all of us on Wednesdays, and
okay.
we go over to see him. And I can tell you that even though Dean was struggling, and he knew what his fate was, we'd go over and his wit never died. We'd be there and we'd be laughing and carrying on, and he'd be making fun of us as we'd be making fun of him, and just the way it always should be. And we got to see him last Wednesday, and unfortunately, it was later that day that he passed away. But he had an awful lot of dear friends. I know that his sister Jane posted that he had passed on Facebook, and within a matter of minutes, there were over 100 comments.
Yeah.
So I think that just really shows what Dean was thought of in our community. And God bless him. Thanks for bringing it up. And Dino, we love you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's crazy. I remember the first time I even knew who Dean was. Watching him on the Resort Video Guide with that whole crew, DJ Batman. With you said Dean the Dream. I remember. I don't know who gave him that name, but I always thought it was the Stallion. The Stallion, Bobby Vermillion, like the Stallion Sports Show. Then you had Dean, and This Week in Ocean City. I mean, Dean was just a big personality in OC. I mean, he was the man back in the day. Like that, me starting to get into TV, radio stuff. He was one of the guys. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that one day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the way it was. And the real star of that Stallion show was Dean. That's not Barry. But,
right.
All like to say. That's what we all like to say.
Yeah, right.
And Bobby. And then a couple of years later, he helped Steve Pappas when they started Turtle Talk.
Yeah.
He got me to be the first MC of Turtle Talk with him. And, we all had a lot of fun. And Dean was very professional. When he put his nose to the grindstone to do something, he was as professional as they could be. But he could also party with the best of them and just be everybody's friend. And I think everything you said is really what everybody else is saying. What a big loss. A very talented guy who really has a great history here in Ocean City.
And I got to throw Wayne Cannon into that mix as well.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's another big personality. So in Ocean City. Well, look, Mayor Rick, I mean, we really appreciate you checking in. I know, you guys got a lot coming up. I can't believe it's already February the 6th. March is going to be here before you know it. St. Patrick's Day. I know for all the details on everything, people can go to ococean.com. And, we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And real quick, before we do wrap up, I got to ask you, big game coming up on Sunday. We have to ask you, you got Kansas City or the 49ers?
Your prediction?
Any predictions you want to throw out there?
Ooh, I hadn't really, I know this is unbelievable, but I really haven't thought about that yet. But I think this is going to be a good game. This could be a great game. I know San Francisco's favored. The 49ers have a great team. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to not pick Kansas City in my home. So I'm going to have to go with Kansas City.
Yeah, I think it's hands down Kansas City. So I have more 49er friends. I don't, but Kansas City, I mean, it's Mahomes. They've been there. I think he's the new Brady. So we'll see.
This is a game where I like both teams. I really do like both teams. I like the coaches, like the players. I mean, I'm a big Andy Reid fan, but Shanahan's done a good job. I think this should be a great game, and like I said, kind of leaning towards Kansas City, but boy, these are two great teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going to be a good one. Mayor Rick Meehan, thank you so much for checking in, my friend. We appreciate it.
All right, I'll get back
Thank
to you.
you.
And Bill, I'll be in touch, okay?
Yeah. Let me know whenever you're ready, whatever you need, just text me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Take care, John.
Bye.
There he goes, Mayor Rick Meehan from Ocean City, 834.